I'm sure you can find something you like.
How much will I get for this? 9,000. Oh no! I need to get more money. I got 2,000 apparently. I only got 2,000. Get some of these side stuff done. We just finished the main mission, so.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. You're on the wanted list. Halt and prepare to be boarded or we will be forced to open fire. UC security always gets you in the end. Remember that.
What did I have on me? I was stolen. That's what I want to know. You get minus XP.
Usually means someone's up to something. You just haven't found out.
Didn't know you get minus XP.
But you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions?
Interest you in a new assignment? No one else I'd rather have doing it. You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task. Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there. Find your specimens and bring those samples back.
History better damn well not repeat itself here.
So you know.
Captain, looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But what you've done for Percival, for me, for everyone, well, there aren't words to express how grateful I am. Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there.
Alright. I haven't got enough people, enough space on my crew, so I kind of gotta wait until I can upgrade my ship.
I don't want to like it, but I got to admit, New Atlantis is classy.
Is it? I'm just gonna go around and collect all these missions.
By the way, Captain,
Yeah. It's got more work for me. So does the rest of the freaking universe.
All right, let's get back to that bank vault.
Oh, bank vault. What you talking about?
yes? You needed something?
No.
Authorized personnel only. Current has to stay here.
What's this? Just you then? No UC executioner. So the cabinet knows the truth about Orlais. Splendid. That means you and I can get to work. Once we'd cracked synthesizing the Lazarus plant's pollen, research that took years in and of itself, the attacks were exceedingly simple. Orlais' ship would land on our target, bearing a few heat leeches. Nothing that would raise suspicion. Then Lazarus pollen was pumped out of the ship during liftoff from the planet's surface. Shortly thereafter, an attack. A strike perpetrated in mere moments, with no one being the wiser. We were in the middle of an all-out war, Captain. Committing ships to save the city would have left another undefended. Which city would you prefer I'd sacrificed? Sidonia? Gagarin? New Atlantis? And if anyone else had learned about the Lazarus plant, well, the risk was too great. I weighed the options and made the call. I'll tell you why. Because the UC was, and is, full of people unwilling to pay the price required for victory. In the last days of the war, Central Command and ending the conflict at long last. I thought I'd had myself, but such invasions are costly in resources and lives. Others in the UC believed the blockade would be sufficient to bring the Freestar Collective to its knees, but they were wrong. So instead, they sacrificed far more lives in a protracted war, rather than doing the right thing from the start, and demolishing the Freestar capital when they have the chance. You'd be right. Everything was in place. But just before we could launch the strike, word came from Londinian. The Terramorph outbreak had begun. I went to the city to assess the state of things, and discovered the Lazarus plan. We couldn't spare ships for a proper quarantine, so it was my decision to destroy the spaceport and seal off the city. Deal with it quickly, so we could get back to winning the war. I had a single ship. What would you have had me do? Ask them and the Terramorphs to form a line, and the UC fleet was spread thin already. No, I touched down, assessed the situation, made a decision, and returned to the task at hand. It seemed a simple choice. So upon my return from Londinian, we proceeded with our killing blow. Initially, we had great success against the mess the Freestar Collective called a navy. But then the Freestar citizenry decided to get involved. Dozens of civilian ships jumping in to shield their military counterparts. I, of course, had no trouble firing on what should have been designated enemy vessels. But my peers had lost the stomach for it. So many lives lost already, they wailed. So the great UC Navy was routed by a mob. They picked our ships apart. The UC surrendered not long after. And thus rang the death knell for the great UC. That's one way of putting it. But yes, bad luck. And weak subordinates. Well, thanks to our combined efforts, the Sanan name has more clout with the cabinet than it has in years. I hope to build on that. I have a long list of names civilized society would be better without. I just need someone to help me remove them from the picture. Should we begin the hunt? Or did you have questions? Just what I was hoping to hear. There's a slate waiting for you in the transfer system. Those are the details for our first, person of interest. Find them, eliminate them, and make the galaxy a better place for it. Though I would expect some resistance when trying to approach the target. Deal with any you encounter as you see fit.
Authorized personnel only.
Good work dealing with the Shaw gang. Now let's see if we can find those maps. Ask away. Ask away. No, that's it then.
Well, well, well.
Suits reporting all things green. Let's roll.
Oh, fucking not this. Can't do that one yet. Can't do it, I've got no money. I need to improve my ship so I've got more space for people.
Ah, crime has slowed down since you started. Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps. Thank you, Captain. Always appreciate it when you lend a hand. Let me know when the matter's resolved. See you later. Dr. Royce at the Dawn's Roost. Servers have good memories by trade. You'll remember them. See you later, Captain.
I'm just picking up missions currently.
Nice to be back.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
No. Why did it just put me back into the ship?
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, You're not Carl. Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Alright. Do that while we're here, why not?
By the way, Captain.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch. That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry. All right, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so it may be a little harder to see. That's the one. Boo!
No.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet. Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down. Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
Where's that?
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly?
Sure.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Alright. Just gotta follow her now. Alright, take your time, love. And like we got all day. Well, we do, but besides the point.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
A visit from
It's
Mast.
because they have little
How
outposts
delightful.
everywhere.
You'll have to remind me of
Facilities abandoned after the colony war. Pirates.
Of course, the one decent-looking place in the well is the Trade Authority. Parasites.
I've been in here 3 times. Yes, of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Trade Authority are usually cowards, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay? That's dramatic, but reassuring, I guess.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you, I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
You're the bottom.
But I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and I've been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem.
Yep.
Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going.
Let's go this way. No. Okay. This way. Well, get up there. Yeah, I think I know how to get there. I think.
Hey there, you should be getting close.
Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear?
That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here.
I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. Adequately done.
Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics.
Miss Reyes and I
45A.
Solved in short order. She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility. However, can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. However, we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need. Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation before she returns. I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Wow, she's trying to bribe me. Gee whiz.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know.
Okay. Any goodies in here? Okay. Fair enough. My mission? Just power down this junction box quickly. Then we can decide what we're going to do with it. Just stuck there now.
Hi, mister.
Alright.
Cool spacesuit.
So you tracked it down. You've got something to show for it?
Yep.
Great. I'll get this back to Mass for analysis. I'm not stupid. I know Zoe probably made you an offer. I appreciate that you didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this.
Next one is just getting hot.
It's amazing what monsters are. Howdy.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
No.
Nope, sorry. Can't pull one over on me. I'm good with faces, and I don't recognize yours. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable, new guy. Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous, galaxy-wide.
Jesus, 26 degrees.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me. I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this? God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed.
Huh.
Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. See you around.
Okay. Just getting all these missions. It's really annoying having a lot of things in my activity thing. I'd rather just get all the missions and I can just do them.
Dealing with a bank robbery. Takes me back. Not to the best place.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Sure.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Alright.
So how are you? Everything good?
Hello?
Are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can tell me if you find any eggs. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
I'm on tax duty tomorrow. Can't wait.
Okay.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or higher. I'm sure we have anything you might need. Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you? Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
Bitch.
Pleasure doing business with you. Back to it then.
I've met so many interesting people from working at the distribution.
Oh, shut up.
Chief Diplomat Yassine runs a tight ship at the office.
If it isn't my favorite... So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it?
It better be.
Ah, there it is. What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my.
Oh my.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Well, from a certain point of view. In an, admittedly, somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Sounds good. Look at all this. Jesus Christ. So much shit.
Look out for gangs. Actually, the gangs should look out for us.
You don't need to wear your helmet.
You know I went to chef school. This ain't exactly
You look like you
saw
could use
myself.
good, because I could always use more. Go work another shift at Xenofresh and meet with your contact. Then bring me back that package.
You good?
Move.
Welcome to Chunks. Please choose your tune.
Guess what I'm not having for dinner? If you said seafood, you win a prize.
Craft one batch. 1 minute starting now.
Is there anything you can't do?
Yeah, I'd rather be cleaning fish than being with a street gang.
Craft one batch. 1 minute starting now.
I've been working at Xeno for years, and I've only seen Bayous visit the factory once.
Shift complete.
Alright.
It's a living, right? Another day, another shift. Oh no, new coordinates. I am so clumsy.
So clumsy.
I'm up for doing this again. Bye.
Alright. Oh. The game is going to crash. Too slow, Sam. You're too slow.
If my shift goes long again, my bro is gonna be dead.
Take it easy.
Just, you look like you could. You keep this up, and we will both be living large.